In this video, we will see how to use the Formacer Chrome extension. Once you have installed the extension and logged in, you will see this page. You can read this and click accept. Now, this page will show you some form, which is basically the details that will be used to autofill other forms. So you can choose to fill this now or you can add this later as well. Click next and we are all set. Once you are on web pages that have forms, you will see this icon on the bottom right of the pages. And once you click this icon, it will start filling in all the details which are present in that form. So let's look at one example. I'm on this web page which has this form, which has a set of questions and also some inputs. Now, if I click on this icon, it will start filling in this form. Yeah, it's filling. Let's wait for a few seconds. Yep. Now, how is it filling this? So the data is coming from the native form of this extension, which is basically this. So if I click edit, it will take me to the form which was being used to fill in the form on this page. So all the data which we want to get filled in other forms, we can add here. It has two sort of details. The first one is short details, which get extracted and filled as is. And then the long details section where we can create a section about something and that will be used to fill in the forms. So if we look at one example, if you look at, let's say, this question, how many years of software development experience do you have? This is being answered from the about section. So the about section mentions this. Whatever you fill in here, this data will be accurately picked up and answered here. Let's look at this question. What is your expected monthly base salary? So if I go here, in the work information section, the expected CTC has been mentioned, and based on this, like it sort of answered this question. I guess it divided this value by 12 and answered it, the monthly. Based on the question, it will understand what needs to be answered and it will do any form of calculations if they are needed and it will answer it. Now, yeah, these details were already there in the top on the top of the form. Yep. So let's look at one more example. In this case, we have this form, which again has some set of inputs. Now, let me click on this icon. Now, if you see here, it has basically filled in some of the details. If you look here, it did not fill in these details because these details are not present. Now, what we can do is we can basically go ahead and add those details here so that any similar details if they are asked for in other forms they will get filled automatically. Yeah, I can add it here. Let's say those were URLs, right? So let's say I create LinkedIn URL. I'll just add some dummy values. Uh, and you can create a section. So this is a URL section where I'll add all my relevant URLs. What was asked? Portfolio URL, other website. So I can add portfolio URL, portfolio.com, and this is related to the URL section. So like this will get grouped together. Now if I come back to the form and I click on this again, it should fill in these missing details. The rest of the form is already filled in. Yep, it filled it accurately. Yep, so this is basically the whole concept.